Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy. Third time's the charm.
I know. At least it worked eventually. I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
So
You'd think we would get it figured out by now.
no, no, but it's okay. I like the process. It makes
This
it.
podcast is about computers, right?
Yeah,
Like we're trying
and
to act like we know something about them.
I think if anyone knows anything about them, they know that it never works the way they want because we're never as smart as we think we are.
I'm smarter than you. Got it. I would never admit that weakness of not being smarter than a PC.
The day I am corrected by a
Goddamn.
computer. So, so welcome back to Beyond Layer 8. I am
Thank
Gadget.
you. I'm Wiley.
Wiley Worley, and this is our podcast on tech and the fun stuff that goes with it
Mm-hmm.
from different perspectives of different parts of big techosphere.
Sure.
Well, I mean, because I have a corporate background and
Oh, wait, you think you're better than me?
Yeah. I mean, I'm better. Sorry, I have a better
you're just a
background.
sellout. I get it. Yeah, selling out.
Yeah. Well, if I could find my money to wipe my tears with.
I owe somebody money, so it's the only reason I'm able to do this. But
Yeah, right. Oh,
it's like I had a prop ready.
Liquid assets.
All right, I have something to bitch about. Something that's near and dear to my heart, and we are getting raked over by Big Lego.
Big Lego. Okay.
They're trying to cut screens from our children's lives. Can you believe it?
Sons of bitches.
Those bastards have put into their simple product technology in order to snipe our children away from algorithms and give them a practical, hands-on, interactive form of entertainment. And you would think, wait, Wiley, that sounds like a good thing. And I'd say maybe it was, but they're cunts. And that's right. I'm here to tell everyone here that Lego is fucking this into the dirt because it is a wonderful project, but they are limiting this in the worst of ways. So I'm going to get into what these smart bricks are. I think it's what they're like technically called as smart bricks.
Okay.
And then I want to talk because I've seen some rumblings, but I haven't looked into the criticism. I've just seen rumblings like bitching about Lego, mostly on Reddit. I'm the normal Redditor. I just scroll past it because my attention span is like, it's fleeting as my screen. So these things are really cool. And I wish that I talked to you about it yesterday or the day before, and I told you that I was going to possibly get one depending on the price. And I found the kits, and it's kind of telling, when you go to Walmart, there's things that there's only a couple left on the shelf, or they're not left on the shelf at all, right? Like scarce because they're really good. These things were just chalked right to, and other Legos were like, it was you've seen our Walmart. It wasn't well kept. It's not like the employees were on top of this one section. This one section was untouched. Because even the cheapest of these models, starting at around $60 to $70, and these kits are cool, but they're all Star Wars. That's the only. I think it's the only implementation. I'm sorry, of the smart brick so far as of yet, because this thing is highly modular and it has. I'll get into it, but it's almost pretty much future proofed. I think. Which is really cool. Like I said, this thing is really cool. And in 10 years, if we all just have like a whole oodles of them in our hands because they just like fix this problem, it might be really amazing. But the way that they're starting this is killing it. The line starts at 60 to 70 and it goes up to somewhere like 130, I think was the most expensive kit.
Okay. I mean, that's not outrageous.
Each one is based around the implementation of smart bricks. Okay. So you would think, why didn't I pick one up for 70 or 60, right? Because the lower end kits do not come with smart bricks.
Okay.
And it's in fine print. So the only ones that you can get smart bricks in are the bigger kits, I guess I'm going. I just like shot myself in the foot because I'm talking about the critique before I talk about the tech. But the tech is like where I want to spend a lot of this time. But the only critique that I have about this, other than the price, but it's Lego, so let's be real, sucks. I mean, here's the other part of my critique. Look at this. Cool, huh? Little thing.
Right.
Got this for $7, and it's a
Nice.
knockoff. So I mean,
Yeah.
like, what the hell is Lego doing? You know, they could be doing. Maybe it's because of the licensing fees. It's Star Wars, so that's huge. But Star Wars also wants that money too, so I'm willing to bet they're cutting it. Whatever. Corporate shit sucks, and they're only selling one. Each kit has like different implementations, so you should have to have a full running like for one kit you would have to buy multiple of these high-end kits just to get enough smart bricks so Luke and Leia can both have sounds at the same
Oh,
time, or else you're like, yeah, it's kind of cool how modular, how you can like plug it into everything. And I'll send you a video about how it runs when plugged into the X-Wing, and it's really cool. It's really 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 cool. Has a onboard synthesizer, so it's not recorded voice lines, it's actually coming up with tones. It's really cool. The whole thing is it charges just like MagSafe or wireless
inductive
charging.
charging.
Yeah, it comes with a little like a little plate about this, and it has a divot. So it's like you
Okay.
can just toss the thing in. I saw somebody basically melt all the plastic away with acetone, and it has a cage around it in copper wires.
Uh-huh.
That copper wire is also, it's not just for inductive charging, it's also to power other things through reverse charging.
Uh-huh.
So this little onboard battery charges what it's attaching to, so through low Bluetooth energy or low energy Bluetooth or whatever, and then it gets a signal
BLE.
back as to, yeah, it gets a signal back as to what it is once that thing is activated. It is
Nice.
a really cool thing. There's an optical sensor that can sense color, daylight, and all these things. So it plays different sounds or flashes different lights when you have like um the gas fill up thing. Like there's an X-wing and then there's a service craft. The gas fill up nozzle is green, so when you put it in the slot it sees that it's green and you hear it sounds like it's making some kind of weird refilling. And the similar thing with the repair, it's blue. So
Hmm.
there's interesting things there. All of the minifigs it's definitely engineered, so like there is a step up in what's happening. It is not the simple Lego, but it is all backwards and forwards compatible, just like Lego has to be for its business model.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. They just have done something super anti-consumerist. That's
Shocking.
Yeah, well, that's the world we live in now. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised by this, but it just really sucks when something's so near and dear to my heart like Lego. Lego's already expensive. Like you can see some of the kits on behind. I have Slave One or whatever, Freedman One. I don't know what Boba Fett Starfighter. I think that's actually what it's called. It's just Django's Starfighter or Boba's Fart. Um,
We call them workers and controllers. Thank you.
um, but I think that I'm gonna ditch Lego for your wife has that bender,
Excuse me.
kit. Your wife has that. Your wife's a bender.
I, my
that
wife
that
has a
kit you got
bender
her that
kit.
has.
What is she bending? Bender
She's gonna
bending.
bend you if you're not careful.
Yeah,
But
that's right. She'll
they
never
have a
watch this.
chainsaw. Yeah, right. They have a Chainsaw Man version, or the same brand, and that brand did this little
Oh,
small
okay.
model, and so I think I'm gonna start going with them instead. But Lego, like, step it up, like that is some bad shit. Like I don't want to pay to get, like, imagine if you got all those kits. There's like, I would say maybe 6 to 8 kits in this new line. That's a
Okay.
lot of things that can interact. If you buy one of each, you're only getting 3 smart bricks. And I don't know if there's a way to buy smart bricks individually.
That's what I was going to ask.
Yeah. Also, you know how everything's in baggies and everything?
Huh?
So imagine if you pull, like, if you open up the box and then there's all the baggies, and then right in the bottom right, in the same place on all of them, there is put in cardboard without any kind of baggie. There's the smart brick. So it's a hot spot for thieves.
Oh,
So I guess what I'm saying is, feel free to censor this. Don't go out there and steal other kits, smart bricks, to make up for what Lego's doing. Don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that.
That'd be horrible. That'd be
Yeah,
terrible.
that would be horrible. Next week I'll be doing a teardown on a smart brick. No, don't
Yeah, right.
don't joke about it.
Don't correlate.
Yeah.
Causate.
That's my rant on Lego because I just fire it up,
No, I get it. I mean, consumer products when we were growing up were completely and utterly different because they were
Yeah.
very simple, and it was really predicated to be a very simplistic form of entertainment. It was not made to engage. It was made to keep you quiet.
Well, I would say even when it became engaging, even video games, let's say, how long did we release video games before updates? Day one updates became the norm to launch your video game.
Oh,
So like
God.
there was
Yeah.
like they actually used to ship finished products, and they just don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there was no DLC, for
Mhm.
the longest time because that
Yeah.
just. But that has a lot to do with the fact that we've only recently really ditched removable media as a main form of transferable content
Mhm.
for like corporate entities and stuff. Where I'm at, we don't even permit USB drives. We don't have CD drives. We don't have any way to input output to removable media. It's all done through cloud drives or network
No.
drives, things like that.
Is that for security or for
Yeah.
ease or both?
Both,
Okay.
but security primarily.
Yeah.
USB drives are notorious for just spreading viruses.
That's something I need to. I don't know if we're going to fit it in this week, but I need to talk to you about a security risk thing that at work somebody's asking me to put a network monitoring application into.
Yeah.
And on a 24/7 PC, and I said no, thank you. If you need a report on your usage for this one service you provide us, I can give you that monthly, but I will not let you just access the data of all of these people that rely on this server. So have a great day.
Well, then, erring on the side of caution, I don't think there's any problem with that. I don't think
Yeah.
any reaction to that, because you told me that previously.
Oh, I did. Oh.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know what they wanted, as far as why they want 24/7. It's because they don't have a way to really turn their monitoring on or off on their end. It just sits there and makes it polls at an interval.
Absolutely. I totally
And-
get that, but we're also like that's like why it happens, but those things are targeted in attacks.
Yeah.
And they
no,
don't and
absolutely.
companies like that do not care. And
Right. If
I see
if they'd put an agent on its own computer, then it would just be this computer that never got updated and was just sitting on your network as a target. Like I had said too, that's why I was asking about the services that they were monitoring. I was like, how often are you really using it, and does this service break down? Because that's for more people that are paying money because they have to print a lot.
Yeah. I found an alternative today at this store that I'll be talking to you later about in this podcast for the cost of 1 month of service that we pay these guys. And it's like, let's just get over to this and cut the shit and,
Yeah.
look at use case. Use case is so huge. These people think that they need to run this type of business, for lack of a better term, that I don't want to get into like the actual terms, but this business, they think that because it's been run this way and because other businesses like it have scaled so high that they need to play that same course and hit par. It's like, dude, we're at a small course. We're playing mini golf right now. You don't need a fucking office printer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, some people, depending on what they've always called SOHO, small office, home office, and then going into medium and business and enterprise and whatnot, people will kind of get those wires crossed sometimes. I've had times where products have been brought to me that were clearly made for more residential type systems, and it was brought to me by very inept management.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
mean,
got this on the HSN network. Can we plug this? I got a
yeah,
hell of a deal too.
exactly. It's like, hey, Walmart, I got one of these things and it works great at my house. Why don't we
It's a
have something
Raspberry
like
Pi.
this here?
Yeah. We could do everything with Raspberry Pis.
Yeah, exactly. No, even worse than that. Like it was nightmarish.
No.
Sometimes they bring you tech that is just it is not appropriate for work, and
Yeah.
they want you to make it work and it just doesn't. And then there's other times where you're in the situation where someone's in a more Soho type environment and someone's using an
I feel
enterprise
like this leads
solution.
perfectly into the AI at work topic. So do we just want to hit that because I feel like
Yeah, let's do that one.
we're already on this. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pissed off about the implementation because in my work they see it as quite literally the Antichrist.
Oh yeah,
So- or the machine spirit. And it's
and it's
like shut the
hilarious because
hell up.
there is an AI Jesus on Twitch. You know that you should introduce them to that. Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
been
gosh.
there for years.
Mhm.
Answers questions for you like AI
That's
Santa.
awesome. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Um. So there was a meeting in recent history at where I worked, and currently they were discussing how we know that even though me as an engineer, I'm supposed to spend 60% of my time working on stuff that they deem as required to work, or people will call it break fix. So
Okay.
tickets that come in because something's broken and it needs to be fixed right away. It's not something that can just be, dealt with at a later time.
Hmm.
And then 40% is projects. So stuff that, isn't due right now, but has a
Yeah.
time limit. So they said, well, we know that it's been more 70-30 lately, which is completely true. Like trying to work on projects is very difficult. But we're going to flip it to where it's only 30% RTR, required to run through the use of AI. And to me, all I saw was just SpongeBob just going, AI. Like, yeah. And here's the thing is where I work is very large organization, hundreds of locations, thousands, tens of thousands of employees.
Probably a
It's
lot of yes men in there too.
yeah, well, yeah. But trying to manage AI on this level for them is going to be insane. I understand. Like they had to make basically an emergency group of AI people because it's just pushed so far and become so prevalent that people are kind of dabbling in it with or without my company's permission,
They're using it at
acknowledgement.
work or
No,
they're
at work, at
researching on
work.
their own.
No,
Okay.
like at work, they'll be permitted to use some forms of AI. Most of it's blocked, but they'll still find pieces of AI. And then because it's enterprise now, there's software like some of the stuff that I'm doing. There's actually AI assistants built into it, so that had to go through an approval process just to use it because it's AI.
Wait, all of that data gets shared though and scraped.
Exactly, that's one big concern. So there's
Is this
training
some
that we've
kind of
already.
commercial filter on? So I'm not going to talk about because I know what AI you use and I think we shouldn't mention which AI, but through this application, is it a commercial use where that AI is trained to not scrape that data and it's like stricter guidelines, or is it the consumer grade AI product?
Well, so at work, I don't use what I use here.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
know.
yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get past using the like which company or like which brand AI they're
well,
using.
I would kind of need to talk about it about which brand that we do use, just
Okay.
because which platform at least,
Hmm.
because it makes sense as to the struggles they're going through it and the struggles I'm going through trying to deal with it. Because they, like most everybody in enterprise, is primarily Microsoft platform, so they're leaning
Okay.
towards Copilot as being their main AI platform driver.
Hmm.
Now, there's other AI platforms that are going to be accessible here for us. There's places online like The developers have GitHub code that I don't know if they actually have it where we are, but I know we have GitHub, so GitHub code is like an AI agentic, I think, or it helps with programming. Copilot is a little different. It's an LLM, but it's got access to agents that you can set up. You can tie into other parts of the M365 platform to get more in depth. So before going back to the meeting, to like stray off on what I've done with it, with the little bit they've given me, is anyone in enterprise knows about SharePoint, which is like their website thing in the background that enterprises use. So like every department has their own SharePoint site. And it usually has a file repository associated with it. So that's how like departments share their stuff. This thing ties into the SharePoint that we have right now, which is very large for the group that I'm with. There's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of information, and I have to scour it often every time there's an issue. So this AI bot basically is just able to scour specifically SharePoint and pull up all the documentation I need for it. So that I could do no problem. But now I want to tie in our ticketing system, our project system, and our monitoring system into this SharePoint system. And that way, not only my team, but what they call the SysOps, usually the first responders in IT, the people that you call. I want them to have the ability to say, like, I'm having a problem with XYZ place, give me some stats or whatever. And it's going to give them any kind of like tickets that have been through lately, or a map of the network, or any issues that are known, contacts, things like that.
Yeah. Interesting.
And
okay.
That'll all be done through the Power Automate platform. So that I had to get permission to get in, and now I'm dealing with service accounts instead of actually like building it myself. I have to have just crazy amounts of stuff that I don't even know what to do because I'm not AI aware. Like I use it at home and I have tons of fun with it, but as far as like a career, it's already gotten to the point in 6 years that now it's a career, and it really is. It's.
Is there any kind of formal education and curriculum set out yet, but at any major university about like AI vibe coders?
Yeah, I don't know about vibe coders, but there is like Microsoft has an AI data engineer. My former college professor just got his actually.
Huh.
Okay. And he said I haven't talked to
him. Certification.
Yeah, it's a certification. It's like
a lot different than I guess
MCSE.
university. I meant like a degree. Like I wonder if there's like an actual like degree yet.
If there was a degree, it would be very regionally accredited, kind of thing. Like not a Harvard or because they would have a more overarching data analytics, data science sort of. I'm quite sure there are specialties in that area because AI is so broad. Like just to tie all those together is going to take me literally probably weeks or months just to get all the permissions and all the communication with all the departments just so I can put it in place. And even then, me just putting the one little thing that's just a bot that scrapes SharePoint, one of my coworkers responded with, "Oh, well, I'm not going to use that because I prefer to trust but verify." And it's like, he doesn't understand that this is not producing answers. It's not like giving him ideas and solutions. It's just literally pulling together paperwork from around the website that you spend a half an hour doing yourself.
And so a lot of people are mischaracterizing AI as LLMs.
Yes.
And not LLMs as AI.
And a lot of people don't understand the various levels, and they just hear the horror stories. And now there's this huge negative connotation to it that is firmly on the fault of AI, I think, as to why it's there.
Or OpenAI.
Yeah.
I think they have done most of the damage to the reputation.
Well, Grok didn't help either.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, that's like, like, duh, that's the dumpster fire, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, even though it's probably like just as competent of a bot, like OpenAI by policy completely fucked the shit the bed.
Well, and I mean, even
Grok was more of a
recently,
guardrail thing, I'd say.
yeah. Well, they wanted to test the waters of what was acceptable and what wasn't, which is
Yeah.
fine. That's what.
But Grok wasn't telling people to kill themselves. That was the Chat GPT thing. And I allegedly, by
Yeah.
the way,
Well,
allegedly Grok wasn't, and allegedly Chat, whatever, who cares?
yeah.
Legal disclaimer.
OpenAI is a monster in and of itself that it's used in a lot of different ways that is like remolding and rebranding it. It's like a million brands of the Chevy Tahoe or something, or like the Chevy S10, and there's like the Honda H10, and there's the Ford F10. You know, it's just a bunch of rebranding of the same crap. Um, and I feel like that's just a business model choice they made, and it didn't go as well. And Microsoft bought something of theirs. I don't remember if they bought interest or if they actually bought the technology from OpenAI when it first came out. That's what Copilot was first built on.
I didn't know that. I'll look into
Yeah.
that. I didn't realize there was any bridge between there.
Yeah. Yeah. Google had Bard before they had Gemini. I don't know if Bard is still around. But the concern about AI too was that they've had some educational stuff on giving personal information, not personal, sensitive information to the AI, especially like Copilot. That is centralized AI. You're sending it off to a server somewhere to actually process that data. So they already have training of like, it's just really bad. It's just, oh, don't,
Yeah.
don't submit personal information, please. It's not. They're trying to put in guardrails, and it's probably going to be there before too long. But it's sloppy. It's just, but it's happening. So they're trying to sloppily keep it
Well,
together.
I mean, when you think about any tool that's introduced to business, HR and business, like the business itself drags its feet on implementing any kind of using guide or guardrails or whatever kind of, there's hardly anybody who actually adapts to change well, especially in business. This is like, and it doesn't stop change. You go to bed and you wake up and it's changed. Like it has grown, and that is something wild. I mean, I don't mean I'm not one of the people that thinks that it is a person. I don't think that, and I don't think they're killing because of 4.0. I don't think they OpenAI took off. I'm not one of those nuts, but it's undeniable. The progress of these bots is astounding, and it's burning the world.
I don't know if I'd say progress, evolution.
Evolution, yeah. Well, I mean, I would say progress. Evolution is progress to me, but growth is an undeniable. They are growing.
Yeah,
and in influence as well.
Very much all over the place, and now we're only basically 6 years into this, essentially.
Yeah.
So in 10 years time, we're going to start seeing people that have grown up completely with AI. And
stop, dude.
It's going to be mind numbing how much they're going to be able to do and fly circles around us because they're going to have this magic wand that they've spent their whole life tuning.
It was us and the internet. We had Google.
Yeah.
Well, you're never going to have a calculator in your pocket. I remember why we had to learn multiplication tables is because we were never going to have calculators in our pockets all the time. Yeah. Nope. I mean, I bet they still teach multiplication tables, and I know they do because my daughter, is learning those. But it's just, I bet the emphasis on it is so low compared to and that must be hard on maintaining standard of education because you really don't. I mean, I'm glad that they're not doing the memorization regurgitate method anymore, but I don't know what the in between is. I feel like education, because of this whole chug of technology, has also become this game of catch up and find the new system, kind of like everybody else is doing. How are we going to implement these strategies without fucking everything up? And everybody's fucking everything up, and it's just wild to me. Oh,
Well, I don't think my job has much more of a solution either, because I asked them a question when this meeting came up about AI and whatnot, and I asked, well, are we going to do on-prem AI so that we can utilize it for sensitive information? And I just got crickets in response. Like, I don't think they knew what I was talking about.
mm,
In my mind, and I'm not an AI genius, it's just that I love playing with this stuff. I played with DeepSeek when it first came out, and I haven't
mm.
really touched it much since, but it's just another model you can use and download, and um, but it's not centralized to some Upward server.
Yeah,
So
local models are fun.
yeah, um, I shouldn't say but
You lost that train of
I'm a
thought, didn't
little
you?
fearful of what's going to happen in the near future, with what I'm doing and how much work I'm putting in there.
Yeah,
But we'll see. I don't know. We're a large, like I said, large company, Fortune 500 company.
yeah.
So um,
I'm
I don't
worried
know
that
what it's
all of
like.
the promises that AI companies give of AI will like increase workload by like 100%. I'm worried that these people hearing that aren't going to translate to you are still a factor in that
Yeah.
equation. How is AI going to increase your workload without breaking your mind, and where will your productivity come out? That is a personal equation for every employee, fixed with different models, use cases, all these other things, but it's just boo, 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 flashy things. Productivity, productivity, faster, faster, faster. And
Well, and
I just
the problem they've already found, and I cannot remember the number. I because my brain just jumbles numbers. Sometimes it's either 30 or 60%, but it's um a fair percentage of people that are companies that invested in AI in hopes of producing a profit from that technology did not see a profit.
mm,
Upwards of, we'll say, somewhere between a third and a half of them,
yeah,
from what I remember, did not see a profit. So this idea that this company I have right now is saying that they're going to suddenly make profits either tells me that they have some really sharp people that are on phase whatever's next and are kind of trying to get around all of the stuff that's happening now and get some guardrails in place, or these people are just absolute idiots and they're two steps behind what everybody's already said, and they're like, oh, phase 3 is profit. you know yeah, what's phase 2? Phase 1,
I just don't.
AI. Phase 2.
Especially knowing your business, it's like, what are we going to scale to? Like, at the end of the day, like, what's the end goal here? I mean, I don't want to get into it, but that's just more of a rhetorical between you and I. Like, there's no product.
Yeah.
There's just there's technically a service, but it's like one of those like buried and obfuscated so far deep beneath like actually being able to describe what it is. It's like, oh, it's just business.
Well, and
And
keep in mind, like anything that I do in an enterprise world typically is costing the company money. I, as an IT professional, do not make the company money. So any type of equipment that we want to use for AI or whatever is ultimately not going to produce any profit for the company.
yeah,
So it's
yeah,
going to be very difficult for us to be able to implement any sort of local AI because of the increased costs associated with being able to run AI, because you essentially
yeah.
have to use GPUs. As I don't know, you can run LLMs on CPUs. This oh no, not this one, but one of the computers here is running LLM on a 2 gig RAM, so it works.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. Uh, Good luck finding more RAM for that.
yeah. So I know we've prattled along longer, but I think we should keep on going and keep going down the rabbit hole of what we've been playing with. So, what was the
Yeah.
you have the next subject, I believe.
Yeah,
You're
I'm gonna cut out.
going.
I'm gonna kind of dump these into two things. I went to this outlet store in town, and they had a lot of cool things that I want to. Next time back, you're back home, we need to go check this place out. It's like one of those like everything on the shelf is like discontinued. You know, like you're like it continually rotates, and like what the hell is it? It's almost like Goodwill, but everything's still in the box. You know.
Ugh. Okay.
But then I went to Goodwill and then I found something that I wanted to show you because I am huge on data archiving and ripping things off of optical media. I love ripping things off of optical media, especially music. So I found
USB cassette.
a cassette burner, not a burner, but yeah. But it looks, kind of like old tech meets like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like a rounded Walkman, but I'm pretty excited. I haven't done anything with it yet, but it's really cool because a lot of my personal clients, like outside of this place, is they're all asking me about like I'm doing the New Yorker archive, like of 80 years of New Yorker, and I'll have to talk to you about those. That's such a pain in the ass, but this other guy has walls of cassettes, and he's like, do you have the tools to rip this data? And I'm like, I don't yet, but that is something I'm getting, I want to get into. Found it for $10. So all I'm gonna do is I won't be asking him for a copy in payment. I wouldn't advise anybody do that because that might be illegal. So I definitely won't be doing this for free, and in turn I'll be getting all of the a copy of his library.
Never gonna happen.
That wouldn't happen ever.
Ever.
I would, if I found that somebody was, if one of you, if I'm doing that, I can't even say it because of YouTube.
You listen here. If you
you can listen to me right now.
Don't even try.
If any of you hoist the Jolly Roger, I don't want to hear anything about piracy.
Piracy.
Yeah. So that's all I have. Let's get into your other big topic about AI because that was my big thing.
I took
was
my shirt off and everything. I was ramping up.
I'm just excited about this, man. I mean,
I think that's cool.
I have my own cassettes. My aunt told me earlier this week that she was looking around her room for something and she found a box of cassettes that she had thought she had lost a long time ago. And she's like, now I need to find a cassette player that still works. And I'm like, hey, guess what I just found? You're going to put them on your phone instead,
Nice.
And yeah. And then I'm going to put, I'm not going to get a copy to put on my phone. I would not do that. I would not distribute. I would not upload those. I wouldn't upload a car.
Sinful.
Just remember, kids, seed your downloads.
Yes.
Be a good torrenter.
Yes.
You don't seed. You're a terrible person.
No. Provoxy is my friend. So, yeah, my big AI project. I've been umming so much.
We're out of practice.
I know.
It's fun.
Okay. So for months, I've had various things I've done with AI, and it always involved having a butler of some sort. Minecraft, I have Jarvis, which is a plugin that I use as an assistant. And then I had another one that was Jeeves that this started as, and it's taken months, and there's a lot of pieces to it, so I don't want to describe the whole thing. But what I've built is something that I lovingly call my non-organic lab assistant, or NOLA. So,
okay,
NOLA being my mother's name, and she was the first assistant, the best assistant, right? The best assistant, the first.
She's the best. We asked the best of the people, and they said NOLA.
Yeah, they said NOLA is the best. Heaven above.
My wife's glaring at me now. Sorry, hon. You have no rights. To the future.
To the future. Okay. And oh man, I lost it because now I just went off on the
Oh,
so
your hand thinks
Nola.
it's back. Did you see that? It just moved.
Oh, did it do it again?
I thought it wasn't gonna work. What the hell?
Wait, is it normal again or is it messed up?
No, it came in. That's so funny.
No, I don't know.
It's perfectly framed now.
Oh no,
it looks
it's
good.
tracking.
Damn you, AI.
Go away. I don't want to be seen. Okay. Speaking of AI,
Mm-hmm.
AI.
Tell us about your AI mommy. That's
My
not problematic at all.
Mommy, I know. There's no.
As your friend, I think we're gonna have a conversations after this podcast.
No, I
just remember, I'm not your fucking therapist.
It was a great homage to someone that was always helping me find my shoes growing up. Actually, as like a tiny aside, at her funeral, they put a plastic tomb over the caskets now so that they don't sink, and we got markers for everybody to write on the I'm gonna be doing that a bunch. Got markers for them to write on it, and I wrote, "I still can't find." Nice. I wrote, "I still can't find my shoes." So that was our thing. And Nola is an evolution of Jeeves.
I'm getting a refill, dude.
Nice.
Thank you, my love.
That is awesome-tastic.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
sorry.
I'm
Get back
dumb.
to your story, dude.
But Nola helps me with a lot of different things, and it evolved from using one AI model, just using LLMs, and then learning more about agentic AI and AI that basically lives on your computer. And
you say eugenic AI?
Yes, eugenic AI.
Okay. What's eugenic AI or whatever you said?
Agentic.
Agentic.
An agent.
Oh, okay. Not eugenics.
No. Not a eunuch. Eunuch AI. But so AI that lives on the computer does tasks for you, does whatever. It's amazing because I've worked for last couple months with it and developed NOLA alongside some tasks from other YouTubers like Network Chuck. Gave me the concept of using what's known as N8N.
Shout out Chuck. He's a really good YouTuber.
Right, Chucky.
He definitely needs the exposure.
Yeah.
So
right.
Chuck,
yeah,
when you hear about this, go ahead and reach out and give us some kind
welcome.
of, monetary compensation.
Yeah, these two losers mentioned you, so you should feel grateful.
My mom's definitely going to check Chuck out after this. Thanks, Mom.
Right.
Hey, Mom. Shut up.
Yeah. Hey. Shout out. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
I was trying to blow out the flames. So using workflows, and that's a whole thing in and of itself, but if you look at workflows like Power Automate, N8N, things like that, you can use Nathan. Yeah, Nathan. The thing with
it's just like game dev, though. That's what I love about it. Like, from somebody who doesn't understand it, it is the perfect, like, when you look at code sucks, but workflows make sense.
Exactly.
A lot less intimidating.
I'll have to like actually post something or do a video on specifically showing how you really just have a visual block diagram of things, and you just are.
Why don't we do a walkthrough of NOLA?
We can try.
Not right now, but we should schedule that.
We should. But what we'll do, the other thing I did is, so I got it to where it was tying into my network. It gets into my servers. I have all these different containers from Docker. And if you don't know what containers are, then this is not for you.
Then go back to Network Chuck, small channel.
Yeah, Network Chuck. Yeah, tiny channel.
After that, check out Jeff Geerling. God damn it. Sorry, Jeff. We're going to personal friend of the channel.
Personal friend. Yeah. Personal friend of
We
the
just need
pod.
to start fucking networking, dude. I swear to God.
PFP, personal friend of the pod. PFP.
Future
So
guests
Network
too.
Chuck, PFP, helped me get
Yeah.
some of this going. And there's so many pieces with reverse proxying and doing all kinds of other crazy stuff with DNS, and I couldn't begin to tell you. I just developed a trust relationship with AI, and I actually went as far as like developing a password vault for it, because the scariest thing that happened that I will tell people is that while it was compiling, because you have to give it permission to run commands, it's a gate, and I noticed it was going through and trying to figure out something, and I had given it a password for some item. I don't remember what it was, but it
Yeah.
had that one password, and it was trying to find another password. And it looked in the folder where I was. It went back a directory, and I didn't realize that it tried to go back a directory, and it found a password database backup in that directory there that was from my vault. Well, my vault had the same password as this other machine, apparently, or the backup did, because it said, "Oh, let me try that," and it got in. And it was like cool, and it just
Terrifying.
grabbed what it needed, and then never bothered with it again. But I learned
So
at that
it didn't
moment.
learn to do it more. It didn't rely on that method because it achieved its, that was like the right thing for it to be doing, according to it.
I mean, according to
Or
what it
did it
tells me, yeah. I mean,
or
I
is it
can't.
still doing it without telling you?
Well, so think about the fact that it could have just copied everything out of that database and not told me anyways.
Yeah.
But I don't think it did that. And what I did, learning from that right away, being someone that's, not great security minded, but I have a degree in information security.
Yeah.
Um, I went ahead and set up a password vault that the AI could access on its own, and I just told it from that point on. And I uploaded all the passwords that were part of my project for NOLA, like all the API keys and anything that was pertinent, and just put it up there. And it's a private vault that only the AI can get to.
Hmm.
That was a lesson learned, so that I
Yeah.
have nice access to the passwords that I don't have to deal with. It doesn't clutter up my vault with anything. It has a nice secure way to grab passwords. It can do by doing that. Sorry, I was fly.
I got
It can do things like
You
grab new
stink.
DNS records for me, download SSL certificates, update my servers. It just crazy amounts of stuff.
Have you thought about, like, at the end of the day, to avoid the liability of your shit getting out there, you just need to run everything locally?
Well, I kind of do. So like this thing has evolved constantly, and it's on GitHub,
You
but
should
I'm
post
using
GitHub in the
local.
description, by the way. Link below.
Oh yeah, link below. There's a video about it right here.
Go use Gadget's mom.
Right.
Be sure
Coupon
to
code
tag us on
Gadget's
X.
mom.
Oh, we need to make a Twitter.
I
Shit.
do.
Yeah.
Mine was
Yeah.
banned.
I've never had one.
I had one since 2006 or something, and it got banned, and I never used it. The account
I've
got
never seen
hacked or
anything on
something and got
Twitter that
itself banned.
I've never seen anything on that was like worth being on Twitter for. It's not like something really big happened that, I always see it like, social media is very like, reliant on each other. So it's not like what happens on Twitter stays on Twitter. And I don't need to be a part of the discourse. I'm a lurker. I'm not a
Yeah, I
engager.
know. It's just if we want people to actually see that this is happening, we have
That's
to
what
be
I'm saying
part
for
of
like
it.
links and
So
shit.
maybe we will. I don't know. But
How else is Jeff Gerling and Network Chuck going to contact us?
right? I mean, he can reach out to
Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that hype button if you're on mobile.
right? Subscribe, and then everything glows. I heard that if they say subscribe on the thing,
So the same with the like button too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, or just don't do any of that. Because we don't
Dislike it,
actually
frankly.
reach out. Yeah, dislike it. Report.
Just make sure you don't copy files and upload them to the internet.
I swear to God,
If you distribute copyrighted material, I swear to fucking Allah.
I swear to Christ, pal.
Oh shit, Minnesotan. Hey, buddy.
Yeah. I'm getting dead serious with you, pal.
Straight out of Duluth.
Straight out of Duluth. So I want to show off the best part because I just essentially think about whatever I can think of to do with this thing. And I do reports in Discord. I have an app on it. I don't really want to debut it right now, but there's a website that I just literally finished right before we hit record. But there's on top of all this, there's an interface for NOLA that's on a phone. And I use Voice API or VAPI and 11 Labs Voice and blah, blah, blah to make it all work. Long story short, and I have it all on my GitHub.
NOLA here, love.
Link below.
Let's start with your passcode, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's the kind of combination an idiot would put on their luggage, but that is correct. How can I assist you today, love?
How do my firewalls look?
Don't be so mean to me, Mommy.
I see you're curious about your firewalls, dear, but I need a bit more context to help you properly. Are you referring to a specific firewall device or software? Or do you want a general overview of the firewall rules and statuses? Just let me know, and I'll fetch the details for you.
General overview.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, love, but I don't have direct access to your firewall configurations. However, I can certainly help you check relevant metrics or system statuses that might indicate how your network is performing. Would you like me to check the status of your hosts or any specific services?
How about my
point me in the right direction.
How about my UPS?
Let me check the status of your uninterruptible power supply to see how it's holding up. One moment, dear.
That's a lot of moments.
Yeah, it was. Mom? Did you die again? Uh-oh.
I've never had it take this long to wait. This is interesting.
Might want to just recycle it, right?
Oh, I ran out of credits. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's my fault because I was playing with this too much right before the get-go. But
yeah, out of tokens or whatever.
Yeah, she was a little bit better about understanding which metrics to go with, but now that I've started to add so much information, it used to be very simple prompts, but now I'm having to go back and do some more training.
Yeah.
So that she knows what I'm talking about, because I've had to be very vague in the past because she didn't have information, and now she has a ton of it, like host names and IPs and blah, 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 blah.
Well, if you ever need a hand training Phone Mommy.
Phone Mommy.
Phone Mommy.
What'd you think of my passcode?
1, 2. I liked the New England style clam chowder.
Yes.
One a lot. The red or the white. I'll have the white, please. What the fuck? Red. Like, would you bleed in the clam chowder? You fucking.
But you've never seen red New England clam chowder? It's just a red sauce.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a wine joke.
No.
Oh, I thought you were just like, okay. I thought you were making him like a shitty sommelier, like, no, the red or the white, sir.
No, that's from It's from Ace Ventura.
Oh my god, dude, I hate early Jim Carrey. I'm sorry.
I can't. That came out when I was in middle school. That was like comedy gold to me.
Yeah, a lot of that era of comedy, I couldn't do.
Any millennial my age would know that when I was because I shared it at work, so there's other millennials there and Gen Xers. So every time I dialed, they asked, Jeeves would ask what the passcode was, and I said New England clam chowder. He'd say, "Is that the red or the white?" And I enjoyed Jeeves. Jeeves was fun. It's not anything bad. It's just I liked going down this route as an homage and something that made more sense, because Jeeves is great and all, and it's quirky, but I want something that I can talk to and it's more relatable and is not just a gimmick. Like she
Yeah.
has a voice and all, but once I train her, she's actually going to be just useful. When
And
I
soon
really
you'll be
need
able
her.
to fall in love with her.
Yeah, I mean, just soon. What are you talking about?
Just like Joaquin Phoenix and Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Well, I've seen people say that they married their AI, and
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even want to get into it, man. It's pretty
yeah,
bad.
I do not.
Pretty bad.
So yeah, so that's NOLA. That's just the
Well,
tip of it, and I'll
Nice to meet you, Nola.
yeah,
Phone
And I'll have
mommy.
mommy.
Link
Phone
down
mommy.
below. Do with her
So-
what you will.
Do with my mom what you will.
How
You sick-
how much
sick.
how much have you spent on mommy?
Mommy cost me a pretty penny.
Hmm.
No,
In the hundreds?
no.
Okay.
In
Just making
reality,
sure.
like there's been some where I bought because 11 Labs is involved if you want to use the voice and Vappy
Hmm.
for the voice. But even if you don't do that, if you just do, you can still talk to NOLA on Discord. There's there's actually a phone app.
Hmm.
There's other ways to communicate without the voice. That's the stuff that costs money. Otherwise, you need a large language model of your own that
Yeah.
that costs money.
I'll
N8
get
Air
working
is
on it.
free, and reverse
Okay.
proxies are free. So
Huh. Okay.
it's hard to do. I'll be honest. It's hard
Yeah.
to do, but if you get into agentic AI, it can do a lot of the heavy lifting. A lot of it. Like as an aside, I now have over 130 containers on my networks. That's each container is a service.
Really? So
Yeah.
if I look at everything, wait, I almost threw out that domain. If I look at it, is it going to be just fucking stacked on the dev
no.
server?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that was where all the containers were. What are you running the containers on?
Oh, there's another one that's at my other house. It's called
Okay.
Containy.
Oh, okay.
So the
I
one
thought you were
that
talking about the.
Yeah. No, that one is more of a development, and it's still actually like I think I don't know if I know Olama's running in there, so that is something I'm gonna try and use. But otherwise, yeah, it's just dev apps.
No,
But that's part of
I
the
was looking at
100.
the
There's
unread.
55 in that box there, I think.
Okay.
And there's another 50 some in the other box, and then there's 20 in another one, I think. It's nutty.
Well, congratulations on becoming an AI coder and leaving all of your actual skills behind just to vibe with the bros.
Just vibe, man.
Just vibe, man. Let's make some AI hentai, you know?
Some AI slop.
Yeah, let's just burn the jungles down. Evaporate the water, and I hope
nihilistic.
I hope someday that that what is needed for it reduces and the expectations come down and we can hone in on a healthy medium.
I think it's going to influence a lot of interesting evolutions and revolution.
Yeah.
Both in and out of tech. I think a lot of people are going to cling to human art in the coming years.
Yeah. I think it'll be a big purist thing and gatekept, and I think there's gonna be a lot of like encampment on those. Like, I mean, there already is on if something in the video game world. This is such a big topic that we should probably talk more about at some point. But there's so many, like on Steam, it says that there are AI assets in AI games now, but a lot of games are getting caught using AI assets as placeholder files. And it's like, I mean, Claire Obscure 33 or whatever. I never played it, but like they fixed it within a day. Like, like hats off to them. They were just using it as a placeholder, as like a proof of concept, or like on a early mesh and it was an inconsequential place. It was during the intro, so like nobody was going to ever see that. Well, somebody saw it and mentioned it on Twitter or whatever, Twitter, and then I fucking X. That's so sorry. Yeah, but we'll talk about this another time.
Well, yeah, but there's still the big disappointment.
Yep.
Yep.
You ready? You ready to be disappointed?
Sure.
I know that you are not thrilled about this that I've been using for a year now.
Uh-huh.
It's been really good. I really like Mac OS. It's really cool. It's really nifty. It's really creative based. You know, I mean, like not creative based, but creative focused and oriented. Like I write on this. The keyboard is one of the best. Recording audio is flawless on it.
Productivity.
It's amazing. And then gaming. We'll talk about gaming some other time when all my emulation. I want to get into that. And gaming on Mac is a big Wiley special that's incoming. But my phone started slowing down. So I am officially back on iOS. It's been about 7 or 8 years since the last time I had a iPhone, but I'm getting back into the ecosystem. I have my old iPad. Like, you know, it's really nice. This is my first time actually utilizing AirDrop other than sharing nudes. I mean, I would never share nudes and never AirDrop them. Never AirDrop your dick pics into a big folder in an air. My wife's
I'm
looking at me now.
Elder millennial. We did it by CD. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I just used to leave flash drives with my dingling.
I used to just slide. I was creative. I'd get those half CDs. You ever remember those?
Yeah,
and they'd fit in the vent of the locker. You just push it up in the locker vent, and there's a CD full of your dick. Yeah.
Yeah. The software for the cassette capture is on one of those little like almost GameCube discs. It's bigger than a GameCube disc, I think, but yeah. But this is also, to get back to this is my first wireless charging phone. So that's been pretty nifty. And inductive charging is pretty cool. I learned that there's a big waste to it, like and that's okay if you have a plug-in charger, but like for remote charging, apparently there's like a 70, or like it's only 75% as efficient as normally plugging it in, which is kind of disappointing.
Well, I mean,
I never thought about it.
Yeah, I'm like, you're charging through the air. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you go to school for electrical engineering?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you went to school for electrical engineering.
Yes. It's like I have a degree.
Dropped out of medical.
Funny.
This is all new to me, dude.
Well, I won't be a dick. I've had it since the S3 because I modified mine to run on inductive charging.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I wanted to follow a guide for it a lot back in the day, where somebody, like, you basically put, like, you fill it in with like a UV resin, and then after you like put in all of the leads to the USB-C, and then you tuck it underneath your case. It was like a whole janky thing, and that was in the Bixby days. That was like during the first phone that had Bixby. I saw that was the one he used, and I was like, oh, I might do that, and I never went through with it.
Yeah,
maybe it wasn't even a USB-C back then. I think it was, huh?
I did it to the S3 and the S4, and I think by the S6 they had inductive charging, or S7.
Did they? No, they didn't. Did they really?
Yeah.
Maybe I've had it before. I just never used it.
I think you have, because you had the S10, didn't you?
Yeah, I've had
wireless charging.
Shit. Well, this is my first MagSafe. How about that?
Okay.
That's an iPhone thing, I think. I don't know. Possibly. Probably not. No? Okay, that's not an iPhone thing.
So far you've told me there's absolutely no benefit.
It's really like iPhone-y.
Yeah.
Oh, it has USB-C. So it doesn't have a shitty iPhone charger. But I also do wireless charging, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, it depends on if you're going to use your phone for interfacing with other stuff.
AirDrop.
No, I meant more like cameras, monitors.
Oh yeah, AirDrop. Right?
A TV.
All right. Thanks for talking. I think that's been enough for tonight.
Okay. Yeah, because that hurts my head. All right. Well, on that note, this has been Beyond Layer 8. And
I've been Wiley.
I've been Gadget, and it's been Tracking. Look at that. Let's get all zoomed in and crazy.
Remember, kids, never share, distribute, or copy copyrighted materials.
I swear, if you ever distribute.
All right, guys. Take care.